From CrossFit Seize the Day. Today's workout, our first part, we're going to do an EMOM, 16 minutes long. You're going to do 30 to 40 seconds of work with 4 movements. The first movement, 30 to 40 seconds of calories on a rower, if you have a rower available. If not, you're going to give me a deadlift with a kettlebell or a dumbbell. Second movement, a tricep extension. So you'll take that kettlebell or dumbbell, bring it overhead, and extend it up with those triceps. We'll go back to, for the third minute, another row or set of deadlifts. And then the last movement will be a set of bicep curls, keeping those elbows into the side, using those biceps, getting a good pump on today. So you do 4 rounds of work, 30 to 40 seconds at each movement. If the weight you have available is lighter, try to do 40 seconds. If you're using something that is very challenging to you, 30 seconds will probably be good enough, and you'll rest in the remainder of the minute. Second workout, we're going to do 5 rounds for time. We're going to do 30 swings with your kettlebell. We're going to do 20 of an alternating pass-through lunge. So basically, you'll have a kettlebell in your hands, you'll come down, you'll lunge, and you'll pass it basically under the leg to the other hand. And then we're going to do 10 alternating halos. So the kettlebell will wrap around and back through, and then we'll go back in the other direction. Core strength and shoulder strength and stability being developed in the halo. So 5 rounds for time, 15-minute cap on that, so that way you kind of work fast, and if 5 rounds is a little too much work for you, you'll have an end in sight. 30 swings, 20 alternating lunges, 10 of those alternating halos. Weight for the kettlebell, probably like 35 for the men, 26 for the ladies, should be good enough. We don't want to use something so heavy that for the halos and everything, it's putting a stress on the shoulder. So, you pick a weight that's appropriate that you can move with well. Okay, so let's do a quick warm-up for this workout. First movement, we're going to do an inchworm into a push-up, into a Cobra, into another push-up, back to an inchworm. So straight legs, stretching out the hamstrings, walk yourself out to a push-up plank. Good gymnastics push-up, elbows into the body, belly hollow. Drop it down into your Cobra, push up on the chest, push down on the hips. Come back into your push-up position, and then walk those hands back, stretching the back of the legs, keeping the knee straight. Do that 5 or 6 times, really get the hamstrings stretched out, and also get the shoulders and the triceps warm through the push-up for those tricep movements and halos. Okay, once you're done with that, I want you to do 2 rounds of 10 kettlebell swings, 10 lunges, and 10 halos. You can start with something lighter. So basically, I'll start with a lighter kettlebell. I'll do 10 swings, making sure to keep good posture, allowing the hips to hinge and drive through. First set, let's lunge without your weight. So simply forward lunge, tall posture. Think about the fact that you're going to be passing that kettlebell under your leg when in the next set. So think about that posture. So 10 lunges and then 10 halos. So let's do the halo without any weight to start. So we're going to hold the kettlebell. We're going to keep those elbows into the body. And we're going to keep everything nice and tight. You're going to feel the core engage. You're going to feel the back arch a little. We're going to come right back to that middle position, and then we're going to come back in the other direction. So do 10, no additional weight whatsoever, okay? Once you do those 3 movements, go back to another set of kettlebell swings, 10 more, then grab your weight for your lunges. So if I'm using a kettlebell, when I pass it under my body, thumb to thumb. So I'm going to lunge, I'm going to pass it thumb to thumb into the other hand, I'm going to come up with it on the other side, lunge, pass, okay? If you do not have a kettlebell available to you, a dumbbell is fine, right? We can still pass it off hand to hand with a dumbbell. And you can also, if you don't have a kettlebell, you can use your dumbbell to do more of a chest high or forehead high swing. When you get to the halos, grab the bell by the horns, that's the handle. Head of the bell is up. So in front of you, elbows are in your body. The head of the bell, or the meaty part, is up, As you pass it around your body, the handle faces up, the meaty part down, and then it returns back to that same starting position, reaching around. That's 2 reps, 1 in each direction. Okay, so you do 10 kettlebell swings, 10 of your alternating lunges with a weight, and then 10 of your halos. From there, simply let's warm up, a quick warm up for the part 1 movements. So we said we have calories on the rower, so jump on the rower for 30 seconds if you have one, or a little more. If you don't have a rower, you're going to be doing deadlifts with your kettlebell. So nice flat back, shoulders back. Simply push the hips back, come back up by pulling those hips through. So nice smooth movement with your kettlebell. We're going to go to the tricep extension. So we're going to hold now the bell with the hands on the bell and the thumbs around the handle. We're going to press it overhead. What we want to do is make sure that the elbows are back. We're going to use the triceps to bring that bell down to, say, the top of the back, using the back of the arms to press that weight out to a locked out position. Make sure you're not leaning back. I'm putting stress on your lower back, core is tight, everything is nice and vertical. Again, the back of the arm is extending up and back. From there, go to a set of bicep curls, elbows into the body, keep them into the body the whole time, curl that handle down, point that handle to you. Point the handle at the floor, point it to you. What we don't want to see is your whole body moving or your elbows moving away. Just keep those elbows tight to the body. Okay? So 30 seconds of your deadlift movement or your row, 30 seconds of your tricep extensions, 30 seconds of your bicep curls. Not too heavy, just something light to warm up, and we should be ready to go with this workout. Okay, so now that you're warmed up, we're going to go right into part 1. So we're going to grab a kettlebell or a dumbbell. You are going to either do in minute 1 calories on the rower, 30 to 40 seconds, or at that deadlift down and up with your kettlebell or dumbbell. 30 to 40 seconds, rest to the next minute. Go to your tricep movement for 30 to 40 seconds. On the next minute, go back to your row or your deadlift. And on the last minute, go to bicep curls. If you have multiple weights available, heavier weights available, and you want to start lighter and then challenge yourself with a heavier weight each round, you should try to do that. If you only have one weight available, no worries. Just work as hard as you can on each round. Again, you're doing 16 minutes, so that's 4 rounds of work. After you're done with that part, just give yourself a few minutes to recover. You're going to move on to part 2, where you're going to set a clock for 15 minutes. Your goal is to do 5 rounds as fast as possible of 30 swings. Again, that could be a kettlebell or a dumbbell, 30 swings, 20 pass-through lunges. So lunge down, pass it under the leg, stand up, and then back. 1, 2, and then 10 of those halos alternating sides. 1 and 2. So pick a weight there that is challenging for you, but something you know you'll be able to move well with. Guys, probably around 35 pounds isn't a bad weight. Ladies, around 26. But again, pick a weight that works for you. And again, if you don't have a kettlebell, but you have a dumbbell, all these movements are perfectly fine to be done with a dumbbell or really any other object you can get your hands on. Okay, so you have 5 rounds of that. So today's work should be challenging. You should have a lot of core and shoulder stability, a lot of arms as well kicking in. So we'll get a little pump going on. So have a good time with the workout. Work hard. Let us know how it went. You can throw some pics or video on social media. Just hashtag CFSD Strong, and we'll catch you next time.